Well, hello and welcome to a very special kind of video. Today I'm going to show you how to customize your campaign kingdoms and use campaign features in ways you never thought would be possible. And also I'm going to show you ways to skip certain kingdoms which you might need if you're stuck. But yeah, to kick this off, let's start with an example actually. Let's say, okay, we've rolled a campaign. Like this is a grand campaign titled So Very Cursed. I have not found a way to steer this part yet, but I found this so very fitting. So let's say we look into this kingdom and we see, okay, we have the 3/3/4. We buy a cursed faithful hound. And actually, it looks like, oh man, the AI is doing so much better. It got doubloons. Come on, of course, this is an awful loot to get here. Actually, playing this, we might have a decent chance of winning this. But anyways, let's say, okay, we really don't want to play this kingdom. It's really unfun, and AI just beats us up game after game. Also, of course, note that you could change the difficulty here. But let's say, yeah, all of this happened, and yeah, we really don't want to play this anymore. So yeah, what we do is we go to the uh, we go to some secret location. I'm going to show this off later. We close Dominion and we start it back up using my Steam. I'm sorry, I just wanted to do this live so you know that there's no real trickery in this. So we start this up again, and bada bing, bada boom. Suddenly, the second level has revealed itself to be played, and now suddenly it's Cursed Shepherd and a Cursed Bounty Hunter. Or if we so wanted to, let me just set this up as well. If we so wanted to, we could skip all the way, for example, to the 9th mission. Let's see. I'm just going to pretend we play through all of this campaign in the correct way. I mean, of course, this might make or this will make your the sense of fulfillment for the campaign stars less. Okay, now my game crashed, but this is an occurrence that is not due to this manipulation, but rather sometimes happens. Yeah, and suddenly we have revealed the 9th level of this campaign, and yeah, we face this utterly cursed kingdom. Maybe I'll use this as a as a thumbnail because this is really cursed. Being able to skip all of this stuff, yeah, well. But anyways, let me now switch to a presentation I have prepared for this to show off everything. And yeah, this is what this video is about. We're manipulating the campaign kingdoms and the campaign stage to play the grand campaigns the way we want. We can customize the setup effects. We can customize stamps and twists that we roll. And we can also skip levels if we're stuck, which is what I just did. And before we start, maybe two disclaimers actually. The first one is that this is only possible, unfortunately, on the Steam version. I don't know whether it's possible, and I think it's not possible on the iOS or Android version. But on the Steam version, well, you just saw what I did. And a big disclaimer also, if you meddle with this stuff, make sure that you have a backup of the file that I'm going to show. And yeah, use this backup before you manipulate stuff, because I have had it happen that I had a mistake when I wrote something in there, and because of this mistake, the file was completely overwritten with a blank state, and all of my data seemed to have disappeared, like my dailies, my record, whatever. All of it had disappeared. So I was very lucky I had a backup of the file. And yeah, be careful when handling this, okay? but it's too much fun to not show off. And in the future, I believe um, that the Temple Gates client, Temple Gates Games client will either patch this out, or they will provide more user-friendly ways to manipulate the campaign stuff. But yeah, the basic idea is to just change some parameters in the mystical profiles.xml. And the profiles.xml, well, let's see. This is what we're starting with. We're going to look at how we can find this. And on Windows, I'm going to switch over to just an old Explorer. On Windows, you have your local data, your users, and then Fabia is my username for whatever reason. And make sure you go well, this is probably how it's going to look like, probably in English. Make sure you go to ausgeblendete Elemente, hidden elements, to ensure that they are shown. And then you can navigate to your app data folder and then go to roaming and then go to Temple Gates Games. And then there's a Dominion folder and there's a bunch of stuff. There's the setups to all of the games you've ever played. As you can see, there are quite a lot that I've played. And there is this profiles.xml file. So then you double click it and open it in your favorite text editor. My text editor of choice is Visual Studio Code. And if we look at this, let me switch here. This is how it looks like. Well, you could see my email address there for a very brief second, but I think it's fine. I might edit this out if there's a jump there. But yeah, this is the profiles.xml. And yeah, you can already see that there's some interesting stuff in here. There is the campaign tab, there's the campaign status, the default AI level, and something about missions and the completion level. And also there's the campaign setup, with the campaign setup missions. And we see here that this is almost, yeah, this is exactly what we saw earlier. We had the Cursed Faithful Hound, and in a way you can already use the profiles.xml as face value after rolling a grand campaign to spy at what the kingdoms are going to entail. Here, well, we can see that everything was cursed in this 9th kingdom. In the 10th kingdom, we see that the busy twist would come up. And going back to the presentation, I'm going to now tell you how to change the parameters to your delight, but really make sure that you have a backup of this file. I can't stress it enough. You might otherwise be very sad. And please don't complain to me. Please don't complain to anyone if you meddle with this and mess it up and don't have a backup. But yeah, how do we change the parameters? So the important parameters I've already shown to you. They are the campaign status and the campaign setup missions. We can go back to, oh, you can see my OBS setup. That's fun. We can go back to this. And so the important thing also is that Dominion needs to be closed whenever you want to execute a change. Like, for example, now we're in the 9th kingdom of this campaign. If you remember, we were here and we see that there is an active mission game and the availability is 2 of this game. So if we were to delete this active mission game, we would already completely change I'm going back to Dominion. We would completely change the state of the game to forget what we had just played, that we had started it, and we would already get off to a fresh start completely. Also, we could change the availability to 3, which is the availability that you have after failing to clear a kingdom, or I mean, usually if you care about the gold stars and whatever, you might want to change it to 2. But I mean, you're cheating anyway, so the trophies are going to feel a bit more hollow if you do this kind of stuff. But sometimes it's just very nice and convenient to jump through. Anyways, if we wanted to go to the next kingdom, we could do so and just paste the availability here and set the availability of this one to 4. We can manipulate the completion level also and just say, okay, it's a completion level of 5. I believe that's um, uh, wait, I don't even fully remember what the different values meant, but like we can see, can experiment with this a bit. And oops, there was an assertion error. Maybe availability of the completion level of 5 is actually wrong. I'm messing this up. Yeah, probably. So let's go for a completion level of 2. Availability of 5, I believe, is if you clear it on the, like pretending to clear it on the first try. Let's see. But you are going to face maybe a bit more crashes. And yeah, now it seems like we've cleared this very, very cursed kingdom with a gold star and get to play on in this last kingdom with the busy, busy. And yeah, here, well, busy is a twist that gives us actions. Anyways, we're not here. Maybe later we'll play a kingdom to look at what we can actually do. But yeah, this is the basic principle. You just, so to skip or to complete a thingy, you just have to change the availability tag and the completion level tag. And that's it. And going back to this, yeah, make a backup. I can't say it enough. No, we are not going to do that yet. And yeah, what else can we do? We can go to the profiles.xml. Let's say, okay, we do not want to play this particular kingdom, but we rather, instead of swashbuckler, we would like to have, or let's say catacombs, we would like to have, I don't know what comes to mind. What is a nice card? Maybe lackeys. And that also works. We can manipulate the kingdoms we do play in the grand campaigns. Note that I've deleted the tag with the active mission game to completely restart it. This is important. And then, bada bing, bada boom, we have lackeys instead of the whatever we had, the catacombs we had before. And now comes the cool part that I have that I didn't say or haven't shown off yet. But also we can do the same once again, delete the active mission game, and we can also, after this minus X parameter, we can input more twists, like twist double up. I will link the Wikipedia page to like the strategy wiki page to the campaign twists in the description of this video, so you can have an overview of which twists to include. And we can also like start replace a state with a lackeys or whatever card we want, and we can also give lackeys a stamp plus maybe reactionified is always fun. Lackeys, let's go for that. Let's have them be reactionified, so if we discard them or do anything else, they're going to do fun stuff. And note that if you have typos in here, this might completely warp the kingdom generation. And now we have another error. Yeah, they do occur. Notably, they do also sometimes occur if I start the game in a normal way, but of course, manipulating the profiles.xml will cause this to occur more. And now suddenly we have all of those more campaign features, like the lackeys is reactionified, we have double up, we have the cursed, and we also start with the lackeys. And yeah, AI already goes for a double watchtower thingy, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. This is quite crazy. I don't know whether you get the implications of this yet. I have in this create thumbnail thingy, I have prepared a kingdom. Let's see. That might be fun to show off here, and that already leads me to this last point of the presentation. Let's have some fun. Let's see whether we can make this happen. And for that, maybe we go to the main menu and resign from this grand campaign and go to the flood of creators just to have a blank slate. You can see that this category is gain miscellaneous. And we just replace this kingdom here with a kingdom that is just incredible. It has a bunch of twists, a bunch of stamps, and let's see whether we can start this. And we go for the campaign mode, click on this kingdom, and bam, we have this crazy kingdom that has all of those stamps on the castles pile and all of those crazy twists like double up, garbage heap, like letting us trash a card from our hand. We gain a non-supply copy of the first card we play each turn. We gain a non-supply copy of the first card we gain each turn. And landfill means that if we trash a card at the beginning of our turn, we draw a card. So now this wraps up the video already, so you can zone out and just review the stuff of how these well, you can go to your own, try to search for your own profiles.xml and try to, yeah, well, go for your own fun things. But yeah, just remember that whenever you want to add any campaign stuff, you need to have this -x modifier before that. And also note that, well, any typos will bite you, will come and bite you. But yeah, have some fun. I'm now going to have some fun and play out this kingdom just to show off some stuff you can do. And yeah, what we can do here is we can, well, play 3 coppers and buy a humble castle that is already, well, it has all of those stamps, so it has plus coin, it is durationified, it has plus card, it is plus buy, offers insight, so we will draw an extra card. It has reactionified, when we gain trash or discard this, we may play it, and it has more of the stamps that actually, for whatever reason, do not show here right now. Maybe that's okay. But yeah, we play it immediately, and we should have, of course, played all of the rest. I mean, we can undo, that doesn't matter really that much. I forgot about this. We can play it and then immediately play and gain this crumbling castle as well. And yeah, I don't know, just have some fun. Because they are durationify, we also get +1 card and +1 action. And we do get to do more fun stuff. We can trash and play this immediately a bunch of times to well, to draw our deck and get a bunch of buys essentially. And then with the last trash we can, I mean, this is ridiculous, right? This is the log is not liking this. Of course, I mean, those campaign features tend to be nicer in small doses. Oh, and now I've managed to reach the maximum recursion depth probably for plays of the same card. And yeah, maybe we've taken it a bit too far. Probably this game will crash again. Yep. Okay, this is completely my fault. Well, But now you know how to reset a kingdom if you want to replay it. I guess we are not going to play this through then, but I hope this is of use to you. And as I said, big disclaimer, make a backup. Last thing to add here. And apart from that, I don't think I have that much more to say. This video is already 20 minutes. Maybe one last thing, check out my website for randomization if you haven't done so. I'm going to link it in the description as well. But apart from that, well, have some fun, and I will catch you in the next one. And until then, goodbye.